Let's do an update. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. By the time y'all are hearing this, it's gonna be Sunday. I'm kind of thinking about dropping this around, the like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. mark. A little bit earlier how I usually drop the episodes because why the fuck not? It's a Sunday. By the time, this gets out, I'll probably be deep in watching some damn football or, enjoying a good old Sunday. I wanted to come on here and just give y'all a little bit update, kind of just, touch base with y'all. I've been really enjoying, the new fucking, way we're doing the content now. It's a lot more chill, the late nights are a lot more chill. I guess the only bad thing is that it's fucking snowing as hell, so, getting out content, going outside, recording, and doing all the shit that I usually do, it's a little harder to do, I won't lie to you, but, I'll be back on Monday. Which I will say, guys, I just want to apologize, for not getting out the Kilroy album review. I know I said I was going to do an album review. We did I did 4 track reviews for that, whole entire album. And I did listen to the album all the way through. And then I just kind of got distracted by fucking J. Cole dropping and, all these other artists and stuff like that. So I definitely do want to apologize for that. And also, one thing I do gotta say is that hopefully y'all are enjoying the new thumbnails. I told y'all that I was going to be doing a new thumbnail strategy. Not really a strategy, just kind of, shaking things up. I'd say since season 8. Since season 8 of Let's Talk About It Music Reviews, I was doing the same thumbnail style. Of course, I updated it, I did my thing on it for so many fucking years. And I say so many years, but it was only fucking 2 years. Alright, calm the fuck down. Well, I mean, yeah, it was only 2 years. But, that 2 years I really, perfected that style. But now I kind of want to do something a little bit different. It is a little clickbaity. I got my first comment, when we tried out the new style on the end of season 10. Holy rage bait, I already got a comment on Spotify about it, which is funny. Of course, when I did the Youngblood review, all the essay comments came out, fucking, why y'all even click on this, it's gonna be fucking, some hater ass shit or whatever. But, hey, it's part of the game, part of the new algorithm, part of, catching some more eyes on the podcast and catching some eyes we've definitely done, because season 12 has already done 5,000 fucking plays. I just want to say, thank y'all so much for listening to the damn show. Can't believe that, this shit's still fucking, I'd say pretty much going strong, We're already working our way up to, 10,000 on this fucking show, which is just really great to see that we're still, doing some good fucking decent ass numbers, and it's more than numbers, especially now, I kind of just want to chill, just kind of talk about whatever fucking comes out and just, not worry about, putting on a fucking act or, doing some fucking bullshit, just coming on here and just, talking that fucking shit, whether it's a damn song, whether it's a fucking, whatever the hell, I've even said it, that we might even talk about some other stuff, like games or whatever. Now, have I played any games recently? I really haven't, so for now, we're just gonna, talk about how we've been doing, doing music reviews. But thank y'all, 5,000 plays on season 12 is a fucking great milestone. I love this show. I love just talking about music, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Last year, I'd say towards the end of the year, I was really having a rough time, with a lot of the music that was coming out. And years come out and fucking forcing myself to say something like groundbreaking about this song when it's just a fucking trap beat. It's just the same piano loop that I've been, talking about for 5 years. So just kind of chilling out on that, just kind of not worrying about that stuff anymore, just kind of, just talking about the music, how it makes me feel, how, if I really rock with it or if I don't rock with it, and just stuff like that. Means a lot that you're listening to the show. Means a lot, y'all fucking still support this shit. And I didn't just come on here to, thank y'all for 5,000, but I will say thank y'all for 5,000. Also, what I have to say is that starting Monday, starting Tuesday, starting Wednesday, I'm gonna be stop fucking saying that I'm doing album reviews, this is gonna come out. Nah. Monday's gonna be an album review. Tuesday is gonna be an album review. Wednesday is gonna be a fucking album review. We're gonna have a trilogy of album reviews coming out starting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm gonna make up to y'all for saying I've been saying I'm gonna do an album review starting 2026, and I haven't really pulled through with that because I just get really lost doing so many fucking single music reviews and stuff like that. But that will be changing. I'm gonna be getting back on the fucking album review grind. We got 3 albums to talk about, and also I'm thinking if there's nothing that comes out, on the final week of January, then hey, maybe I'll even do the Killer Roy album review. Maybe I'll give the man some justice because that was a really good ass album. That's gonna be coming up very, very, very soon. It's just kind of the weather's really bad. There's like a whole ass snowstorm, so I don't really want to get out there and fucking. I got out there last time and I did a 5-minute review and I was just like, man, this fucking sucks to do again. It's like whatever the first time, but like, man, if I'm really gonna get out there, I just want to be able to record the best review that I can fucking do. And sometimes when I get out there and it's like, man, the weather is so bad, it's like, fuck. And I also thought maybe, posting a redo or whatever, maybe throwing a throwback episode. But then I was just like, nah. So, I just want to come on here, give y'all an update. Thank you for 5,000 plays on season 12. We're going to keep grinding. We're going to keep dropping new content every single day. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow. Turn on notifications, guys. I will be dropping new content every single day. Today's just a little bit of an update. I'm going to go watch some damn football. Probably fucking, get up there and fucking check out who's going to, be going to the Super Bowl in February. Because, man, I'm just telling y'all, February, that shit's gonna be fucking awesome. The Super Bowl's gonna be there. J. Cole's gonna be dropping a new fucking album. Apparently, like, a whole bunch of other artists are dropping in February, too. Everybody's fucking dropping in goddamn February. Kind of like last year, too. Playboi Carti dropped. The Weeknd dropped, in 2025. Like, it's kind of that same boat. Kind of that same thing, but kind of, newer or artists that haven't dropped in fucking 10 or fucking 5 years. So Bruno Mars and a lot of shit's coming out in February, which I will be there. We will be doing tons of single reviews, tons of album reviews. Can't wait. Can't fucking wait. I've been looking at the YouTube trending page and I've been seeing fucking Blueface dropping a new song. Some rappers that I used to talk about on this show, they have dropped new songs. Even some of them have gone trending on YouTube. I just don't really have the interest to fucking check out Blueface. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, I don't have the interest to click on these rappers who do not give a damn about making music. And when I listen to something that, motherfuckers don't give a damn about, it just pisses me off. It makes me feel like I'm wasting my time listening to the song. And I'm not wasting my time listening to the song because I get to make a review of it. But I like to, think, what is the, average person just listening to this type of music? How are they going to feel when they click on this song and it's like, fuck. I would feel like, what the fuck am I listening to? What the fuck am I doing? Why the fuck am I wasting my time listening to this stupid fucking shit? So, I'm sorry if you wanted to hear me shit on Blueface or some other fucking rapper that I talked about in 2020. It's 2026, new year, J. Cole's dropping in 2026. Alright, I'm on different fucking heights, different fucking views. You know how it goddamn is. Okay, I'll stop. I'll really stop. Anyways, thank y'all for listening. Thank you for 5,000 plays on the podcast. We're going to keep grinding, keep listening to the show, follow whatever platform you're on, and you'll have a happy Sunday. Have a good Sunday night. I'm going to have a good ass Sunday night watching some NFL. You have a good ass Sunday doing what you do. And I'll say, you have a good one. Yeah, guys.